Hey everyone, welcome to Playing with the Pros. I'm Aaron, better known on Board Game Arena as webberaj. Thanks for tuning in for the viewers that are here. Just about trying to queue up for an arena game. New arena season has started. I'm sure most people are aware on the Lakes map, which I'm admittedly not particularly familiar with. I think most people are probably in that same boat. I've played, I think, probably 2 or 3 games maybe before the season started, and I've played a couple of arena games. So, I don't know, not a ton of luck. I've won a couple of games. I've done pretty poorly in some. It's still, yeah, I don't know a ton about the map and what factions are good, and so it's a huge learning experience for me. But anyhow, I'm just waiting on, it looks like one more person to join the table before we can get going. I do have the game open in another tab. I can see I've got CH Tennis, which is great, and NerdCube at the table as well. So that looks like should be a fun game. If anyone's on stream and wants to queue up and join us, that'd be awesome. No stream sniping, of course, but yeah, hopefully we'll get a match soon. Oh, there we go. Bad luck, Brian. Okay. That username sounds familiar. Oh, before I have to get off the stream, I really like the opening. Oh, thanks, CH. I was looking forward to playing with you. That's really great. Thanks for tuning in. And jump in afterwards if you haven't already. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to show you how to do some fancy things on Streamlabs, and pop by after the stream, and we can chat about the game. Cool, so I definitely know CH. CH also streams, if you guys aren't aware. I'll dig up his Twitch link at some point during the game and post it in chat, so check him out for sure. NerdCube, of course, everyone's aware of. Bad Luck Brian, the name rings a bell. I think I played them once. Or no, I saw them in a game. I think yesterday I was spectating a game with Lumen in it or something. I think he was playing them. Anyhow, what have we got for a setup? We've got rounds 2 and 3 stacked Earth Cults, lots of coins coming mid-game, more coins in the pass. What pass tiles are we missing? We've got all the points pass tiles, Temp Ship, which is great, and the Spade. It looks like we're missing Worker Power, Priest, and Cult coins, so a little harder to make any movement in the cults without the Priest or Cult coins, but I think in many ways those are probably not serious pass tiles to miss. Worker Power, no Worker Power in the game. It just means that a little bit harder for someone to get double dig early game. There's only, there's fewer options for people to incorporate that into part of their opening. Round 1 Dwelling kind of suggests maybe a Dwelling opening, like factions that can take advantage of that. Just puts a little extra pressure on double Spade, makes that a bit more interesting. First seat's a little tricky because you can't really base too much of an opening on what pass tile you're going to get, right? So the dig's gone, the big building's gone. The dig is apt to be the first that's gone, unless it's like Darklings or something in 4th seat. They might choose the big building if they want to squeak out an SA, but these are probably gone. Temp Ship is gone. It means you're probably left with 6 coins or possibly the 3 power tile if you're like Engineers, Halfling, or Mermaids and basically want to open double dig. So that's a consideration. But not building trading posts to the end of the game, I don't think that's particularly a challenge for a lot of people. Like it's a coin-rich game, so I don't think that affects the texture of the game too much. I think a lot of people will grab a temple for Water 1 probably, in round 4 perhaps. Stacked Earth Cults. I imagine Cultists are going to get picked this game because they're fairly strong. Engineers seem to be a pretty common... Actually, this isn't a bad Engineers track. This is pretty high scoring, lots of stuff in the pass tiles. Temp Ship's helpful for them, as is the Spade. Some Earth Cults, sort of rounds 2 and 3 is kind of perfect. They can probably get a Priest to the Earth Cult second round, pick up a Spade and some coins. Why don't we toss in Engineers because I'm running out of time. Always interesting in these setups where there are only 3 or fewer of the good round 1 tiles. Yeah, Deranged, it's a really good point. It definitely does change the first seed advantage, for sure. Because probably no one's taking 6 coins. Probably not. I mean, I don't know. If you're in second seat, I suppose there's some weird worlds where, depending on the faction you are, like maybe if you were like second seat Darklings that don't really have a need for temp ship, like most factions can make use of it, and in round 1 squeaking out an extra dwelling or like digging somewhere that's a space away from, that's like 1 water hex away from you, is much more valuable than a handful of more coins that you're not really going to use that round. But I suppose there are some factions that might not make use of it in second seat, so it is possible that Engineers could end up with it, but it's pretty unlikely. I think Cultists could make good use of it. What I really want to try on with Cultists, oh, there's second seat Darklings, there we go, is starting temp ship and like starting on D5, digging F4 to G4. I don't know why. I know that's a really specific opening, but it's something that just like seems really strong to do. Hey, John Kesto, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Yeah, nice to catch you as well. Thanks so much for stopping by. Just a little last minute decision to jump into a stream here. I suppose I should say hi to the rest of the table. Oh. Yeah. It's always exciting playing games against people that are familiar, that you, I say no in air quotes, but no just from other games or playing in voice chat or together or that kind of thing. It's always a pleasure to play with guys like CH and Nerdcube. They both have a huge love for the game, and yeah, they're just a lot of fun to play against. Nerdcube's great to play against because if you like, I find I learn a lot from playing against him. And if I like leave a hex open or something and he grabs it, like you'll quickly know like what sort of mistakes you make, I guess, in a game with Nerdcube, because he's not really gonna, I don't know, let you get away with much. So I find I learn a lot pretty quickly. And it's also just this is really good to be at this table with these players. Like, this map's obviously new to everyone, but I just have so many questions about this map, and so it'll be really nice just to chat with these guys a little bit about it after the game, hopefully. And always interesting to see people's opens. Okay, so who's good here? So Engineers, Mermaids, so Nomads and Engineers are the least color sandwiched. Darklings are generically strong. Do I just bid Engineers here? Engineers seem really strong in this map. I had a good Darklings game, though. I mean, Engineers... I don't know. It's one of these two factions. Nomads are Riot. Okay. Oh, look, CH spitting up and bidding. He must have played Logus recently. Yeah, Rainier, thanks for stopping by the stream and using that emote. I'm bad with internet humor, but that's my best attempt at making a reference to sandblasting. My only route was to go Pokemon with a sand attack, so that's the idea behind this random Pokemon sand attack emote, is it's making fun of Chris Ho's pronunciation of the Nomad Stronghold. Which I assume you picked up based on your response in chat. So let's not just overbid Engineers here and then lose, okay? I think that would be good. What do we get here? In second seat is Darklings. Nomads probably takes the Spade. Dark, oh, here's a funny thing. Nomads probably don't open Stronghold, right? Or do they? I don't know. But if they start Spade, do mermaids want 2 workers? If not, is there a world that Darklings gets the Sanctuary Stronghold bonus in second seat? That seems fun. I mean, mermaids aren't apt to take it. Which means, in my fictitious world, it probably doesn't... yeah, so nomads take Spade, mermaids take... I don't know, what does temp ship do here with mermaids? So let's, like, where do we get... I mean, you can build on all these with temp ship. You can... What can you dig with temp ship and then do something good? E4 to D6 and get a dwelling on C6. So... But with temp ship, you can do all of this with 1 spade. Huh. That seems good. Nerdcube really valuing engineers here. I don't really want to play engineers again, to be honest. I just played a Darklings game earlier. I used to really not like Darklings, but then I just played them earlier on this map and they were kind of fun, so. Huh. Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna bid once on engineers. We'll see if, I don't know what Nerdcube's up to. Two dwellings instantly for mermaids. Yeah, for sure. Like, that seems really strong, right? You start on E4. You just take single spade. And you get a dwelling on D4, C6, H4, and H6. It means that you don't have to start down here. And then where do you put your other structure? You put it on like F8 and then get trapped in later? That seems bad. Maybe you don't get trapped in. Maybe you dig this and this before engineers and you ship around here later. Huh. Maybe you don't get any spades. Nerdcube really wants engineers here. Yeah, they are good. Ugh. Okay, well. Yeah, totally deranged have been called out. If it was anyone else other than Nerdcube, see, this is the problem. I shouldn't bid on factions just because a strong player is playing them. But, like, look, it's kind of like, I don't know, fair enough. Okay, I'll let someone else bid on engineers. I mean, they are good here. This is a great track. This is exactly when you want the Earth rewards, because you're probably not going to get a Priest to Occult first turn, so you get it second turn, you get Earth 1 and Earth 2, so you get a Spade and 5 coins. Maybe you build your third temple this round, like you, I don't know, or 2 temples on this. No, you get 2, like a second temple this round. You get your third temple for water 1 this round. I don't know, some more priests to call, lots of coins. And then you just spam out stuff in the last 2 rounds. If these were flipped, it would be like even better. But yeah, it's a good track. No pressure on when to build your towns. I kind of like that with engineers, actually. There's lots of good stuff here. Why am I talking myself into bidding on engineers more? That seems bad. Also, how do you play Stronghold Nomads on this map? Not super well, maybe is the answer. Yeah, I'm going to bid on Darklings a little bit more. memories a little bit. Not really sure what to think of nomads here. I mean, they have no direct color neighbors. That's good. What's your open, though? Do you take a spade, or do you take the big building and open stronghold? And then score in other ways? My mom messaging me on BGA. I've been called out by chat. Apparently, I'm not allowed to bid on engineers more, which is good. I just wish someone else would bid on them. I think there's some play for... Yeah. Possibly. I think it could be fun, but I think it deserves a bit better of a points margin here. Also, can you guys hear the game sound effects coming in? I'm a bit of a Streamlabs noob and don't really know how technology works, even though that's like what I do for a living, is work with technology. But anyhow, yeah, can you hear like the BGA sound effects? I'm curious, like that. Okay, you hear the chime. Good, good. See, I'm interested in playing mermaids, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sure it's really obnoxious to watch me bidding because I don't really have any methodology. I'm just like, oh, this looks good. I'll bid over here now. Yeah, I think that's definitely would be the plan, is to try to take temp ship, assuming nomads don't take it. If they do, then I guess take the spade and upgrade shipping or something and just try to like get all this stuff out. D6, C6, all this free stuff, which is one dig. Like that looks like a lot of fun. I don't know what I would do with the second dwelling, to be perfectly honest, and what else I would dig. Probably here or something. I'd start like here and here. Well, I'd have to see where everyone else starts, of course, but something like that. Yeah. See, look at us giving all these points to Nerdcube. He's just loving this. Come on, bad luck, Brian. Jump over to engineer so I don't have to. This stream is going to get angry at me if I bid engineers. I'm not supposed to. Thank you. Oh, now Nerdcube can just jump over to 30-point nomads, which is probably what he wanted the whole time. That's my guess. At this point, you don't begrudge an engineer's bid. Yeah, they seem pretty strong. So starting places, where do people start here? Yep. So I think I start b4. And then I see what happens. b4 seems good. I think this is probably not, like I should have a good chance of getting this hex. I mean, unless mermaids dig it, but I think I should be able to get to c5 with like temp ship maybe at some point. I can get over to this stuff. I think there's like a pretty safe town up here. I don't think nomads toss their third dwelling up here, but I don't know. The other weird thing about black is obviously this stands out on the map, but like, what do you do with that? That's like 4 hexes for 2 digs. It seems awesome, but I don't like. I haven't really seen people play down here other than like super late games spamming their final dwelling. So it just seems like a fun spot to expand to, like in a dwelling round, but you can't really do much with it unless you like bridge up here and do like a funny town. I don't know. And then placing over here seems possibly reasonable. Like I've seen engineers start f5, I've seen them start e6, I've seen them start down here, but again, with nomads in the game, like I can dig this. Is there a chance that I get h6 before mermaids does? Like that's 2 digs for me. Like maybe? But then if not, I don't, well, I mean, I could start on g5. The problem with that is nomads are going to take this. I'm not going to beat them to it. So this stuff is closed off unless I start there. So from here, where am I getting? I take this hex, and then I either do like a town here, or maybe mermaids beat me there, and I like grab g3 or something. I do like a town here. Maybe I upgrade here. But it's unclear where nomads want to upgrade, and I don't really want to get 0 leech. This is pretty annoying. So this hex is not looking great. Huh. But this is a lot more open. I mean, again, unless mermaids take temp ship and then they spam, they get all their way down here. Which I assume, based on this placement, that's what CH is looking to do, is probably like dig both of these hexes, get dwellings here and here, and then here and here. So I could start here and maybe beat mermaids there for a town, and then connect like never. That doesn't seem super fun. Is there like a leech party here that I start on e3, and at least it just gives me access to some other stuff? I mean, I don't know where nomads are going to build their next dwelling or place their third structure, so this kind of seems, I don't know how I would dig through here. I mean, f7 gives me access to a lot of stuff. Yeah, but there's just no one there. Engineers haven't placed their second dwelling. If I go f7, is there a chance engineers come here and be like my neighbors around here? Yeah, it's a good point. Why am I trying to play for connection? There's an excellent point. This just doesn't seem like much either, because I feel like I'm not going to be able to take this hex before mermaids do. So then I'm rushing to double dig this just so I can have a 3-hex town, which means my sanctuary needs to be here, which means I upgrade here, and probably nomads don't, with my luck. So I think I do a weird thing where I build on F7. If I'm not connecting, it gives me better stuff to build. Someone is going to be building through here at some point. So I'm going to just do this and then look at what you guys are saying in chat, because I don't really see much other stuff unless I build on E3. Yeah. Okay, what do we got here in chat? I like F7 here. Invites NGs there. Thank you. It seems really wonky to just be tossing my next dwelling. I don't know. We'll see. Otherwise, okay, so that didn't work. So I'm just going to trade power with engineers. I mean, engineers are going to upgrade on C4, and I just upgrade on B4, and I give them lots of leech, and yeah. E3 if I wanted to bank on SA start. Yeah, for sure. There is still a chance that I mean, if the big building pass tile comes to me, there's still a decent chance I get it. In order to open SA, you need the least amount of leech you need is 4, assuming you get the 2 worker action. Oh, interesting. Assuming you get the 2 worker action. If you don't, then you need a ton of leech because you have to convert power to workers really inefficiently. But assuming you get the 2 worker action, and assuming you get the first priest to Earth, assuming you take Earth 1, yeah, let's give it a shot. In this kind of setup, probably the worker, there's not a ton of worker or pressure on the worker action. Mermaids are taking spades, I'd assume. I mean, maybe engineers engineers are opening double dig. Of course. They wouldn't have taken that pass tile if they weren't opening double dig. So why didn't they build on C3 first? Were they That's really interesting. So it's just going to give me that much more leech. So I assume, yeah. Nerd cube upgrades on D4. Engineers leaving C3 open just makes it that much more appealing. So I think here I just take workers. I'm getting at least 2 more leech. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, just a second. I think I must already have the SA here if I take the workers now. So presumably I'm getting at least, well, probably 4 leech. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, good point. Deranged. NG really should have built at least a TP there. Uh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess the benefit to building on C3 is that they get leech from nomads upgrading. I mean, I think what they should have done is taken double dig and then secured C3 first, and then upgraded to a trading post, taken Earth 1 if it was still left for them, and then securing D6. Not really sure why they built on D6 in the first place, other than concern that mermaids would take single spade and hard dig it. I don't think that's likely, but what are people taking? Earth 1? Probably just Earth 1, I guess. Yeah. So now I assume engineers upgrade on C4 because NerdCube's done upgrading. Why would he upgrade there? Because even if I assume like NerdCube will dig D5 at some point, but even if his trading post was on C4, he'd get the same amount. I don't really know why he upgrades there. But anyhow, I'll stick with one. Apparently it's the cool thing to do. Oh, fair enough, Rainier. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Rainier just pointed out that it's possible the engineer player just hasn't figured out those sort of attentions. Yeah, to sort of pay attention to those pieces of the game. So I'm expecting probably NerdCube to take coins, because what's going to happen here is if he doesn't, I can do the really nice thing, which is I can send a priest to Earth. Once I send a priest to Earth and engineers presumably upgrade to a temple, I'll have enough power to burn for 7 coins as opposed to burning 3 power for 3 coins. Or mermaids will take coins or something. So I'm fully prepared that I'll have to do the kind of less ideal play of just burning 3 power for 3 coins. So this is kind of silly. Deranged says this is kind of silly. If I were mermaids there, I'd strongly have considered 5 power priest to Earth. From who? Nomads? And water too? Oh, mermaids to send the 5 power priest. Oh, to water and then take water 2 for 2 priests in a round 4 temple round where all that turns into coins. Yeah. All right, moment of truth, folks. What does NerdCube want to do with his power? Does he want to give me the coins and be nice, or yeah, does he want to save his power for digs or something next round? I don't know. I think he's taking coins here probably, but I have no idea. Does he take coins and dig D5 and I don't know what he does with his priest. He bought a priest knowing that I had tempo on Earth, so kind of makes me wonder if he's upgrading ship. Because, I mean, surely he knew I was sending my priest to Earth, and a priest to water doesn't do anything for him. So yeah, he takes coins. So about 4 hours ago, when I played a very similar game, I went Earth 2, and then I ended the game with 8 workers. So apparently I don't know how to use Earth 2 very well. So maybe I just take Fire 1 here? Do I take Water 2 and be fancy? That can't be very good, right? Then I just have 3 priests next turn. No. Earth 2 seems good. Yeah, I mean, it comes with no extra spades. It comes with 2 extra coins. It gives me 2 power. So that's basically 3 coins. And then a worker. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so if I take Fire 1 right now, then my... I have no coins. I'd need to, like, get 1 coin next turn in order to end next turn with Sanctuary 3 dwellings. If I take Earth 1, or sorry, Earth 2, then I have 3 workers for next round and no coins. And then I'd need to, like, pass on to, like, 6 coins, which is gone. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do the predictable thing here. Give engineers way more power than I want to. And take Fire 1. So I'm kind of predictable and boring like that. And then I pass for... Do I pass for Temp Ship? And do something like... I mean, I don't know where Nerd keeps digging. He has coins and he has a priest. Is he upgrading ship? Is he digging D5 and building on F4? Leaving F6 open for me? Or is he digging F6 on me and building on D7 and not... not giving engineers leech. Oh, well, actually, if he builds on D5 now, it kind of works because engineers can't take that leech. Because I could do something clever like dig F6 with Temp Ship and then build a dwelling on G5 and just get to more places where there's people. Yeah, the dwelling tile does come with money. Sure does. Because unless I get some leech next turn, I don't have the resources to get out 2 dwellings. So it's, yeah. And I mean, maybe the engineers build something on C4 and make me really rich of power. But that's not obvious. So probably you're right. I take 3 points and 3 coins. Yeah. I guess, and then I just build dwelling on B5, build one on A6. It's not much pressure back here. I mean, it seems like a pretty straightforward turn. I don't even send a priest to a cult. Like, that's pretty much it. I use my cult spade at the end of the round on F8. And then I'll have 2 priests coming in for digs, which I do like on E8, and I don't know what else I dig. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Seems fine. Is that a short enough round to... I mean, what would be really awesome is to... yeah, so he does upgrade shipping and build on D7. Yep. Curious what Nerd Cube passes for here. Does he pass for tempship and do something interesting with it? Just like spam out more dwellings? Because he could reach what? E2, C8 on 2-ship? Does he take the big building bonus just for the workers? Not super clear. Hmm. What do you guys think Nerdcube's up to next turn? Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Not playing NG. I was cut off in chat. I wasn't allowed to bid on them anymore. I think I took them down to about 12 or something after saying I wasn't going to bid on engineers. No, I'm a new man. This is twice in one day I'm playing Darklings. I don't even like playing Darklings, but... so engineers are... What's happening next turn? Engineers are in first seat. They'll have 5 power, so they can't take any digs. So they can take coins if they want, although they don't really super need coins, but... It's unclear what they're doing with their power. We'll find out in a second. CH has a ton of power. Okay, so he takes single spade. I assume CH just takes coins here. I mean, he has to. Right? Yeah. I mean, he can still take double dig if he really wants it. So Nerdcube ended up going temp ship. What about double digging E7 and then building on D8 as a free hex and then cult spading one of these? Is that any better? Otherwise I dig both of these this turn and leave this open and then use a cult spade on this to blue. Seems a little awkward. Or no, I'll just dig these and use my cult spade here. Yeah, I'm just going to build this up. So... I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, locking out my first town space. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I would love to take 3 for 2. That's very nice. So does CH just take digs here? Probably. I mean, does he dig H3 just to get 2 hexes? And I don't know what else. This, because he thinks I might have my eye on it. I mean, I'm kind of out of his way. Like, this isn't under any pressure from me. Or any of this stuff. This is, sort of. And he doesn't really, I'm building around here. It's kind of an interesting thing about my placements, is that I'm not really putting any pressure. Oh, okay, so he's going after engineers. Yeah. That is interesting. I wonder why engineers, if they were going to use their tempo, yeah, that makes sense, to take a single spade action. Wonder why they wouldn't secure this. Oh, I guess they want a town. Oh, of course. I'm such a noob. Why didn't I notice that? Engineers are going for a town. So they're not building a temple here. They're building a trading post here to get a town in the town round. Fair enough. I think I'm just going to secure this. Could be for fire too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it's worth it really for him. I mean, I guess unless he wants like what, the 2 key town? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think he's just built another temple here for, I mean, obviously I'm biased because I would also love 4 power. But does he have the resources for temple and TP? I guess if he uses his priest, it seems a little bit of a shame. I mean, priests early are pretty good. I mean, I'd be inclined to just send that priest to Earth. I mean, it gets him a spade and 4 coins and a power. Oh, I guess building a temple for Earth too gets him the spade. So I don't know. What did he just do? Oh, he sent his priest to Earth. So maybe, so if he still wants that town, I mean, I don't know if that's even the case. Maybe he is just building a temple for Earth too. And calling it a day. Getting another temple for water 1 in round 4 and just building out his trading posts, founding his towns in round 6. I mean, seems reasonable. So there's not much more I can do. Who's giving me leech? Maybe engineers give me 4. I guess I just pass back onto the big building bonus for 4 points and 3 resources. And hope that engineers are, yeah, spade for sure. It is 2 points and 3 coins. So it's half as many. Yeah, it's the same amount of resources, assuming I need coins and not workers. And this is 2 points next turn. So it's half as many points, but comes with utility. Yeah, probably spade is a little bit better. What I'd really love to do is pass for something where I was guaranteed to take 7 coins next turn, but that's not happening. So yeah, I think I just pass here. Some points there. I'll grab the spade. Maybe engineers want to be my friend. Then I have 3 digs next turn and I get a 7 coin action. I mean, that would be pretty dreamy. And then I just dig all this stuff. I have a cult spade coming in, so I probably put it here. Yeah, so I'll have a neighbor on both of these hexes. That's reasonable to not give me the coins. Not sure how I feel about this 2-key town. I don't think it's that great. Comes at the cost of not getting Earth 2, of not getting the 5 power temple, of not having his priest production up to where he needs it to be to actually defend these cults. Like if he had like priests to a couple of these cults in 3 spots to have like a decent position, it would be, could be pretty strong. But I think NerdCube probably could be quite comfortable passing now, right? Because he has tempo and coins. He knows that I'm not getting it. So if he passes now, he's passing into dwelling bonus, or if he wants a stronghold out, maybe he needs the extra workers. No, he doesn't really. Yeah, he probably just passes for the dwelling bonus and takes coins. And yeah, that all seems good. Or he builds a trading post. What's he up to? Is he just trying to... Is he trying to stay in the round longer? I guess he's probably assuming that engineers, if they pass now, are going to want digs and not coins. And CH doesn't have enough power for coins. And he's eyeing up another pass tile. I don't know what pass tile that would be. Like, I don't know if that move was just to stay in the round longer to get a pass tile, or if he was actually just trying to balance out his econ a little bit, because he's sort of worker heavy. And I'm just catching up with chat here. Oh, I see your point. NG can still temple with 3 power worker. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And it forces me to take 3 power for 3 victory points. And he might not care that I have coins. Yeah, it's a shame. If he had a little more power, he could take the 2 worker action, and then it would definitely be really sweet. But I don't know. One thing I've noticed about these games is that they're not quick. There's a lot of people running their clock down, just sort of sitting staring, being like, the heck do I do now? Someone else made a comment that you could send Priest to Earth as NG, but then what would you do with the second Cult Spade? And it's a good point. Engineers don't have shipping upgraded, so they can't really take... they can't really make use of the second dig. And it's something that I've seen happen a couple times on this map with Engineers players, because I've spectated a few games too, is that I feel like Engineers need ship earlier on this map, perhaps. Because they do often run out of adjacent hexes to dig. They either get dug away from them, or they dig them. Like this stuff. Once, you know, if this gets taken from you, you only have 1 hex really to dig, or you secure these fast like he's done, which is like really great, but you need ship just to get to more stuff. So yeah, I've seen Engineers start on F5, and again, it's just like there's only 1 hex you can really dig. Same as over here. There's like, you can dig this, but you need ship to get up into this stuff. So If NGs had started Water 1, they could have Temple for Earth 2 now and still be where they are on Earth and gotten 6 extra points by now. Yeah, that's interesting. So after all that, NerdCube built a trading post, is in 4th seat, and is probably getting coins here. Is that what he conjured up for himself? Oh no, income hasn't come in yet. Sorry. Call spades. I'm just going here, right? I assume at some point NerdCube will try to double dig this. Or maybe he gets out his stronghold. Yeah. Yeah, engineers are in a tough situation. They can't. I mean, they can't make use of spades. So, but even if they could, they don't have enough power for double dig. So I don't want to get Water 1 blocked this game. How fast do we want to play this round? It's a good question. Pretty fast. I need a coins action, right? I mean, now I've started getting coins coming in. Yeah, I think I want a trading post. I think this round, right? How many digs do I have? I have 3 digs. I could dig all of this stuff and get out 4 dwellings, and I can pay for all that and not have a trading post. I think having a trading post is probably helpful, right? And I think NerdCube's building a stronghold here. Or is he not? Is that crazy? Protect D6. D6. D6 is this hex here. You must be referring to another one. D8. Yeah, it's a good point. Maybe that's what I assumed, that what he'd be doing is actually sandstorming this. Now that he put his cult spade here, I feel like this is a nice little sanctuary town. I'm kind of surprised he put his spade there, because this is... Well, he needs this anyhow to connect, so this is fine. I think if NerdCube can get a stronghold, he would probably dig this from mermaids, if mermaids give it to him. I think he's taking coins right now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe he does dig this, which is kind of a shame. I mean, I do have the digs to build all this stuff, and that can be a town in here. But yeah, it's totally... And I built the trading post down here just because I am assuming there might be better leech here. But this does give me a faster town, you're right. Did I think of a priest town? So a new, like, were you suggesting that I like build 2 trading posts here, town up to get another priest this round, so I'd have 4 digs? I wasn't thinking about that. My main concerns right now are how I cannot get screwed over by Nerdcube over here. That's very high level. I don't really know what that means, but you know, look at where I am. I'm in the middle of Nomad's land, so don't get screwed over here. B, get water 1. And C, although it's becoming less and less important, to be honest, because I have all these coins coming in, but it was getting a coins action. And although I don't need the coins right now, I will. Okay. That's really interesting. It kind of makes sense. So, all right. All right, I'm just going to dig E7 here. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to... It is. I mean, there's... I don't know what engineers are doing with their power. They can't single spade anywhere. Like, they can't reach anywhere to single spade. And they have all this stuff. They have 3 hexes they can get to with shipping. Yeah, they advance on the ship track. I mean, this is just really annoying. It's kind of a slap in the face. The coins are just going to keep coming around to me multiple times. I'm going to be 1 power short of being able to take them. Yeah, Nerdcube missed the SHS. Yeah, he did. He sort of passed up on it, is how I would... is how I would describe that. So, of course, the more I look at it, Nerdcube is never building a stronghold here. This is his water 1. Which is kind of annoying because if I pass, I'm going to have to just build a temple for water 1 first action. All right, this is always going to look super wonky. The TP tile would be fine, yep. It'd be really nice. Yeah, because I have enough power now with my trading post that I don't even need any more leech. So at this point, I just... I totally misread the stronghold thing. I don't know why I was so... yeah, why I was hung up on the fact that Nerdcube is building a stronghold on F6. I misread that. Yes, please. Thanks, Rainier. Good luck on Dungeons and Dragons, and you're right. You guys do need to keep me on track because I'm going to be doing some really annoying stuff. It's true. That's awesome. Thanks, Rainier. Yes, Deranged. I am going to take water 1. Absolutely. First. And I will just cycle power down 1 at a time, If I have, yeah, Ranier wants me to take 7 coins. I know. This just doesn't feel like that kind of a game. You just want to emote, fair enough. Yeah, good luck at Dungeons and Dragons, or have fun. I haven't played that in years. That's dope. I'm playing no network low-call Darklings. Yeah, I sure am. So NerdCube did take the coins after all that, so I'm just passing here, folks, and I'm grabbing the TP bonus. And what else is happening? NerdCube has 1 shipping. So presumably, with the dwelling bonus in hand, what he's doing now is building a dwelling here and here. Because that will give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, getting all his dwellings out this round, and then passing for 8 points. Yeah, fair enough. I have nothing else to do. I can accept a 2 for 1, but I can't convert any power down safely. Just in case 7 coins ever came back to me. Just not going to. Alright, I'm just passing here. So, I don't know. It's not great. I have 2 towns carved out. I think if I'm playing low cult, no network Darklings, I need to really start thinking about carving out a 3rd town spot. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure where that is. I mean, this seems nice, but, you know, Eric just has to dig B8, and then it gets super ugly. Like, I can't be bridging around here and triple digging. Like, it's a nice town spot if I can take B8, you know? Otherwise, this stuff, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a great town spot. Has anyone played on this map so far this arena season? Any tips? I'm also interested what people in chat think about like what their favorite factions are. Yeah, I know you have. Andrew. Here's a hot take. Okay, everyone says that brown factions are really strong on this map. Halflings included. People say that cultists are like the strongest faction on this map. Although I played a terrible game with cultists the other night, and then I've also won with cultists before on this map. But in any case, I don't really understand what people are talking about when they say cultists are amazing on this map. I must be missing something. Like, they seem fine, but they don't seem great. And I know, like, of course, I would say this, you know, my addiction to gray factions. Obviously, dwarves aren't looking so hot in this setup. Gray looks really strong here. There's just a lot of sweet town spots, a lot of flexibility. Connection seems fine. But yeah, I must be missing something. Anyhow, I'm a little self-conscious to say that because everyone's like, oh, brown's so great. But I don't 100% know what people are talking about. D5 is just ridiculous as a central hex. Fair enough. Yep. Now, of course, the thing about D5 is I've never played a game with D5 where that became part of a town, which I know is not the end of the world, of course. But C4 is also amazing. Yes. Yeah, I mean, essentially, they're very similar hexes, right? They have adjacency on 5 sides. They have adjacency on 5 sides, and they're connected to sort of this central waterway area, the central lake. Which is fair. I mean, people are, as much as I sort of joke around about that, I overbid engineers and stuff. They're also a strong faction on this map. Yeah, Strange. I totally agree. Engineers are totally really strong on this map. I also haven't seen like Chaos or Giants or a ton of green factions being picked on this map, and so I think probably also part of the reason why I've seen engineers get bid a lot on this map is because they seem to be disproportionately played with no color neighbors. Like I've seen that a number of times. Right, like in this setup. Right, there's no green or no red, so engineers are just generally strong as a faction. They're strong on this map, and I've seen a lot of brown being picked. I've seen fakirs and nomads. Fakirs are obviously being played quite a bit with landscapes in, and so yeah, I think that's part of it too. I mean, my sample is pretty small. When I say I haven't seen anyone play Giants, I probably spectated I think I've played 3 games prior to the arena season starting. I maybe played 3, or maybe this is my 3rd arena game. I played 3 probably before arena started, and then maybe I've spectated 2 games or 3. So my sample is 10 or less, but in those 10 games, I don't think I've seen Giants picked. Sorry, I've sort of been talking a lot and kind of lost track of what happened. So, does everyone have a trading post up? Who has Water 1? Engineers, no one has Water 1. There's 4 copies of it. Trading post, trading post, trading post. Everyone has one. Engineers are probably getting Water 1 blocked here. In which case, coins possibly come back to me in a strange world. Do I actually... Yeah, I guess so. Let's... I'd love to convert down, but I think coins might come back to me, so I think I won't. Yeah, it's true. Deranged. I mean, unless someone does something surprising, but I think Nerdcube is just grabbing Water 1 here. And then I think I'm getting a 2-for-1. And then engineers probably use the opportunity to build on well, I don't know. Engineers might not even build a temple at this point. I don't know what they do. I mean, they're going to build a temple this round. So they might as well... I don't know. What would you do in this situation? I might send my priest to Earth. If I were them. Or build a temple on C4. So that you're not giving leech to nomads and you're not giving leech to me. Is the answer I wouldn't be in this situation not acceptable? What did he just do? Sent a priest to Earth. Yep, that's totally fair. Okay, I don't have to sit here for 5 minutes and analyze the board. I can just take coins and then busk it from there. Yeah, I think that's a fair response. AJ, I think it's probably true. Being engineers without Earth 1 or Water 1 is definitely interesting. I mean, it's what, round 4, and he doesn't yet have a 5 power boost? 5 power temple? It's fine, though. I mean, everyone's at a different stage in this game trying to figure stuff out. Like, I don't know. He's got lots of territory. He's got his ship upgraded. This stuff all looks really nice. I mean, he's got great economy. I know it's going to be harder to score, but priest to air. Fair enough. That's reasonable. Mermaid towns. Yeah. So, I mean, landscapes are in, so that kind of helps. But it's not as the mermaid's landscape is as juicy as it was pre bug fix. That's for sure. So, where are mermaids towns? This stuff is a town. This is never part of a town. There's a town here with this and a sanctuary and neighbors on neither side. That seems ugly. Maybe he just drops his landscape somewhere. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just drops his landscape somewhere in this space for like, to make it a 6-point structure town. And then he does like stuff here. And then maybe he does stuff here with dwellings and does like, gets fire too with a sanctuary. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Reason I hesitated for a second is I think I'm probably what am I building this turn? Probably two. I think I'm going to secure these X's. And then I think I build a trading post, 2 dwellings and a trading post. I just feel like I need to build out my economy more. So maybe I found a town here. Dwelling, trading post, take another priest. Because the thing is I will have 3 priests for next round. I have 2 now, so that's 5. I'm going to need to upgrade shipping. And then I'm going to try to carve out another town next turn with... So if I take a priest town, that's 6 priests, 1 for shipping. That would be 5 digs next turn. It's true. It's true that I would need fire too to make a 3rd town. Yeah, I guess. Oh, and founding all my towns later. Yeah, and just leaving it as is. It's possible. I think my best bet for carving a town. I mean, I'm gonna have lots of digs. Yeah, deranged, totally. This stuff down here, I mean, this looks nice, but then where's the adjacency? And so I dig over here, and like this is too much stuff. So do I just dig H7 and then take 8 and I6? And it's a lot of digs. But yeah. Problem is I've already got a 5 structure town here. So it's just a lot of structures, and I'm not building a stronghold this game, so I won't have the landscape to use. So I think I do build this. Yeah. So now my economy is 6 workers, 16 coins. So if I had another 4 structure town, I have 3 trading posts. Oh yeah, it's pretty simple. The northeastern town could happen, for sure. The main thing I'm concerned about is him taking B8. But, I mean, am I really Nerdcube's biggest threat here? I mean, maybe. But, I mean, he also, I don't think, it's not so close that he has to just, like, the moment I upgrade ship, smash B8. And he's probably not doing anything with it. So, yeah, it's probably fine. My main concern was upgrading shipping, and he'd take this. I think if I take B8, I'm fine, because his only possible response would be sandstorming B9, which even at that isn't very good, because this is never going to be a town for him. So using his sandstorm ability as like a block in an awkward spot, like even if he had a stronghold, like I think there's probably a good chance we get this stuff. I think so. Because I think sort of the rule for Nomad Stronghold is similar to Giants, is you want to find 2 yellow hexes that you can connect through 2 really inefficient digs. So this would have been a reasonable place to use a sandstorm on a double dig, followed by, like, this is 3 digs. So that's expensive. Now he did it anyhow, but stuff like that. But at this point, there's not really, like, this. Or, like, sandstorming A6 seems like a great thing to do for a town up here as nomads in this game. Or sandstorming E4 if mermaids weren't in for a town down here or something. But at this point, I don't see the utility. I don't really see where his 3rd town goes. Unless he does want this stuff for like a town. These are 2 single digs, and this is a double dig. I don't know. It's also a dwelling in a trading post town, or trading post events. These are pretty high scoring events, so it might be one of those games where it's like just as efficient to like not do really expensive digs and instead just like be happy with 2 towns. Yeah, just try to reach more of your natural hexes in a more efficient way, even if it's not conducive to founding towns. Could be the case. So he takes a cult town there. Is Nerdcube winning this game? Yeah, I'd say so. I think. This is any game of Terra Mystica. Yeah. I have beaten Nerdcube a few times, though. I actually have a decent win rate against him, in that he's beat me way more times than I've beat him, but it's not like 0%. Where, like, I don't think I've ever beaten Ranier. Oh, what do we do with that? Do we leech that? Probably, right? It's round 4. We have Earth 1, we have Water 1. So we just take it? 1, 2, yeah. So I think here, I think I convert a power down, I pass for the big building, and I open next round with 7 coins. And then I upgrade ship, and then I carve out a town. I think that seems reasonable. I mean, it has to be the only way that this was like worth it. Taking that expensive leech, like that leech is only good if it's 7 coins. And it actually makes it not that like more efficient. Sorry, I'm just double checking that I'm not doing anything stupid. Like I have enough priests. Yeah. All right, I'm good. Now I've got some extra workers, so I have even more workers, and then I have even more coins, and I have lots of priests, so we've got lots of stuff, and we've got favor tiles, so, you know, yeah. The one time you beat him was, Andrew was on Fire and Ice, and he was playing Alchemist. Yeah, fair enough. I hope I figure out a way to get better at lakes than I was at Fire and Ice, because even towards the end of the season, the last couple games I played were just like, I mean, I won a decent amount on that map. I did like okay at some periods of time, and then but there was just so many games where I just like kept like throwing the games. It wasn't like I lost by 6 points because the person I was playing against had just that much better of a game. It's like I lost the game because I did objectively just like dumb stuff, like 30, 40 games into the season. I never felt like I quite had a handle on Fire and Ice. There was so many variables. Didn't know where people were going to build. I had no idea of like what, yeah, how to predict that map. I don't really have a sense of how many games I played. Was it 40 or 50? Did I play like 100 games? I don't know. I'm up to like pushing 500 on the site. Maybe 480. So maybe I've played like 60 games of Fire and Ice. It probably hasn't even been that much, to be honest. And like 400 games of base. So, and then like, you know, probably 8 games of Fjords or something and whatever. Yeah, half dozen or so. Same with this. Oh, that is brutal deranged. Ugh. Yep, that sounds like stuff that I would do on Fire and Ice. So, yeah. Double digging a black hex to green, declining to build because you didn't have a structure, and then dwarves tunneled on it. Yeah, that's basically the last Fire and Ice season for me. Stuff like that. I think I ended 130th or something in Elite. Like, I just, you know, I was doing well for a while until I was in like, I don't know, 50th place or something like that, which is like good for me. And but I would play a game with like some lower ranked players. Elos are like whatever, like someone in the 400s, couple in the 300s, someone who's new, in gold and silver leagues and stuff like that, and like just throw games and come in like third or even fourth sometimes, and it just like crushes your points. So it was I just found it was hard for me to maintain decent rankings, because I found as I was getting better, like 2 seasons ago on base map, which is sort of the first arena season that I was starting to like get better at arena. I found as I got better, what I noticed was that I wasn't throwing games. I would of course not win and not win a lot, but I was rarely coming in fourth. I would often come in like second. I was consistently second. So, and then I would come in third every once in a while. But I wasn't like nothing, like I wasn't like coming in like fourth enough to like against lower ranked players that I would like my elo would crash and my arena points would crash. So, but that would keep happening on Fire and Ice. It's just like super volatile. Anyhow, enough whining about Fire and Ice. I'm going to take coins here. And then, have I missed something? Who is shipping? Everyone has shipping. Nerdcube is shipping. Of course he does. He's had it since the beginning of the game. He still hasn't secured D5. It's kind of funny. All right, I'm just going to take coins, and then we'll see what happens. Excuse me while I grab my coffee pot. And yes, I keep a coffee pot next to me while I'm on stream. If I check, Nerdcube will have shipping, so the key is not to check. Yeah, it's true. So I think my next move here is just to upgrade shipping, obviously. I mean, and then I build 3 dwellings this turn. Maybe even 4. I mean, it'll depend at that point on passing. So first person who can get all their stuff done gets the dwelling bonus. I'm in first seat. I don't want engineer's pass tile. I would love 0 shipping. Oh no, I need 1 shipping. What am I talking about? But still, it's gonna be 3 points. I do have a love for 0 shipping games. I had a game on actually CH's stream a couple weeks ago, something like that. I think I played Cultists? Tall Cultists, maybe? I can't remember. Might have been it. Anyhow, it was, I don't think I won. I think I came in second, or might have been a tie game. I can't remember. But it was a solid game. And it was kind of like my dream setup, where I took temp ship kind of early, got myself to another part of the map. That's all the shipping I needed, didn't upgrade shipping. It was awesome. I don't know why I love 0 shipping games, but... Engineers are kind of in a funny spot because they don't have any dwellings to build unless they start building trading posts. So... yeah. All right, I'm just going to upgrade shipping and then see what happens. All right, Nerdcube, what are you doing? I don't think he wants B8. But... it's a lot of leech. I guess engineers can only take 2 for 1. Engineer Stronghold is up. Fair enough. All right, well, let's dig this. I mean, mermaids can dig this on us. Chickens, you've been loving Swarmlings, Earth 1-0 shipping 13 structure games. On this map, I assume 13 structures, like 3 town landscape Swarmlings. I'm not familiar enough. I don't play Swarmlings a ton, so I'm not familiar enough to know, like... Where do you find the space for 13 structures on this map? Yeah, where do Swarmlings start here? A nice megatown spot in the east. Yeah, it's probably hard to see all this stuff with it dug up. Here? C6. Okay. F8. Yeah. And bridge B7, A9. Oh, I see. So this is one town, and then this is another town in here? Do you upgrade digging and connect it all into a mega town? Is that the idea? It's all one town. Yikes. I guess upgrade digs and go ham. So I doubt Nerdcube's going to dig this on me. I doubt Mermaids are going to single dig this, but they might. It's a digging round. It's a dwelling round. It'd be a hard dig for him. Kind of feels weird to secure this as a double dig before I secure this. But I think there's actually Nerdcube can't take this on me. And Mermaids could possibly take this. So I think this is technically correct. Someone can yell at me if this is dumb. I think that makes sense. Yes, and I presume, yeah, fire too, for sure. With Swarmlings, I assume. At three towns, all in one mega town, fire 2 is just so efficient. It's amazing. So with Swarmlings, could Swarmlings be half decent with a round 6 town round? I suppose you could do it in such a way where you found one town early for 2 keys, overbuild that town, and then connect them both in the last round to found a town, and then fire 2 for your third one or something. I don't know if that's how they're commonly played or not, but is that a thing? Like, do people found two towns in the last round with Swarmlings when you do that big megatown thing? Or maybe you just do a single town and a single town and another single town, and then you get a third town last round. You'd probably not place your landscape until the last round, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple ways I can play this. If I build this dwelling right now, it's 2 points. I can build a trading post after that, and I'd be basically, because this last dwelling doesn't do anything for me, so I'd basically be taking 2 coins and a power, or 2.5 coins in a sense, for 3 points. I could also build dwelling, trading post, dwelling, which is still less points, but I'd be building up my economy more. Or, like, I built the last dwelling that scores me points, and that without building another trading post, but that also provides me economy. So there's some possibility that I pass now, which doesn't seem fantastic, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. So if I continue building stuff out, Mermaids probably, of course, I would assume, want this pass tile, though their shipping isn't super high right now. Yeah, it is hilarious I can't connect, and I have a ton of priests. So, I don't know that it really matters much. I mean, mermaids and I have the same amount of structures on the building exactly. Mermaids have a landscape that I don't, is the problem. I have way more stuff than they do. And we both have towns coming. Build a dwelling in the landscape, or the stronghold and the... Problem with the stronghold is I don't have any workers to convert to priests unless I build it on B5. And so it's a lot of stuff for 4 points. It's not that terrible. The landscape, I think, there's huge value in the landscape alone that I used to not value enough. A, it's a dwelling ground, so that's huge. Yeah, it's only two points from priests. Well, I can get 0 or 2 priests from it, depending on where I build it. If I build a trading post on B6 followed by a stronghold there, that would be an easier way to do it, to form towns with Fire 2 in the last round. Sorry, I'm just going to math this stuff out. It's a possibility I don't need Fire 2, but I don't know how rich I am. So let's assume I go Stronghold. And then... yeah, and I could build my landscape this turn. And then I would have 8 worker income to build a trading post. I basically need a bunch of trading posts. Yeah, it is possible. It might involve a worker town or something. And what I have right now, 17 coins, that will become, my income would be 20 coins next turn. Oh, I know what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to give it a shot, and if it's bad, who cares? And I'm taking a worker town. All right. A bridge to B7? Yeah. That's true. But wait, a bridge is 3 coins. Oh, but then I wouldn't need... I think a bridge is just 3 coins in that calculation, and so I'd rather just build a trading post, right? So people are now going to start passing. So now what I want to do is... Nerdcube has 3 priests, and he wants either of these pass tiles. So I could go fast if Nerdcube passes. Oh, because engineers are going to pass before me. Are going to pass next. No, I think I'm going to play this turn long. Because I have priest. I don't know how long I can play this round. I think I play this round long, and get the trading post pass tile. Just by jamming priests into A8 or something. I don't know. If Nerdcube passes first, yeah, okay. So my network is probably not going to be much bigger than if I wanted to connect. I would need one more shipping, all expensive trading posts here, and then this. So, I mean, that's lots to figure out. So if that happened, I would still have 5 structures left on the board. Some mermaids would just need to build 3 to tie me. Yeah, and engineers are already there. So I probably don't even care about, like, you know, wishing for that. But I think... Is there any disruption that can be done? Not really. I can hit a couple of gray hexes that engineers are never going to touch. I can turn this into brown. I can send a priest to fire. A priest to fire is almost not that bad. But it's not great. It might be okay. Could be a waste of 2 points. So I think I'll just turn this brown. The bridge did matter. Sorry, I'm probably, talking about this without actually realizing you guys are pointing it out. I don't think, I was sort of wondering, is there like a world where we dig all this stuff and connect? I don't think so. I mean, my point is we probably could, but I think at best we like tie mermaids. So it seems like a lot of work, and probably my guess is I haven't mathed it out, but I think it would be like a lot of like low VP towns to get some extra coins and stuff for shipping to then maybe tie for 3 points. It doesn't seem super great. So Nerdcube's out of moves. So he passes. Unless he can reach another hex. Then he can technically convert... no, he's out of structure. So Nerdcube's definitely passing. Engineers probably won't. So I do end up with a ship pass tile. It's not even that good for me. I'm just wondering if I dig A8, actually, if that made more sense, just to keep that option open. Like, I could dig it to yellow, funny enough, and then dig it to brown, just in case I do want to connect. There's no way that Nerdcube can touch that, right? No. Okay. Maybe you're right, Gray. So I don't know why I dug yellow to brown. I think it was to, like, I don't know. It was probably just a stupid error. I mean, Nerdcube can't get to that hex anyhow. So I probably should have just dug A8 to begin with and just, like, turned it black. And then maybe I build on it next turn. Although the problem is like, I would need a structure to build on it. It's kind of awkward, actually. Oh, no, I dig it to brown. Actually, this is kind of perfect, digging it to brown. Because if I dug it to black, actually mermaids would probably be pretty interested in it. I think digging it to brown is actually safer. So this whole sequence did make sense, I think. Unless engineers don't pass here for some weird reason. Oh, because he wants my... Oh, wow. That is just really nice. I'm okay leaving that to yellow then. Yeah. And I'm not overproducing priests. I have a ton. So we just pass here. Digging H8 is better than A7. H8. I don't see why. A7 was dug for no reason at all, other than I was running my clock down because I was talking too much and I wanted to just dig a hex for 2 points, and so I dug a yellow one because nomads are in the game. In retrospect, nomads are never going to reach that hex, so it doesn't matter. So that was just dumb. A8 leaves the possibility for us to be open to, once I build some trading posts and found my towns and I have a dwelling left to actually secure hexes, I can secure A8 if I want to possibly make a, to try to connect and to compete for a connection. Yeah, and I have, ignoring towns, exactly enough priests to increase shipping once, and, oh no, and double dig this to black, and then I have a priest left. Yeah, and then there's towns. Really, I'm only short coins. I basically need to build 4 trading posts this round and a dwelling, so that's 9 workers. But I'm going to need 3, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 coins if I actually wanted to do all that. So I think what actually makes sense here is I need a coin town. Is the problem. Chickens, I think, no, the idea behind this is it connects all of these structures to all this stuff. It's so that we can actually compete on network. I could have connected with one shipping, what, by digging both of these? Yeah, possibly. I think I need a coin town. The question is, do I take a high VP town or just get the coin town out of the way? I guess I'm just going to grab a coin town. Stop taking, like, ridiculously long turns. Yeah, A7 is bad. A7 makes no sense. It was just a waste of a priest, which I may or may not need. I mean, the most important thing this turn is to found this town in the northeast and pump out 3 trading posts in a trading post round. That's the #1 goal. So to do that, including the fact that one of them is expensive, is 6 workers and 12 coins, which gives me an extra worker and 3 coins, or a worker and 4 coins if I count this power, which means I'm 2 coins short of upgrading shipping and connecting here, because those 4 coins can be used for shipping and I have a worker left over. So if I did that, I would have 1 structure less than I do now. So I'd have 5 structures left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order for mermaids to beat that, they need to build a trading post, 3 dwellings in their landscape. So that's 5 workers plus the coins and a dig, which they totally have. What else are they doing? Oh, they probably want to build both trading posts. Yeah, of course they do. And then it's a question of, can they get down 2 trading posts? If they get down 2 trading posts, 3 dwellings and a landscape, then that would leave them with 4 structures left on their board, which would beat me. So that would be 7 workers and 1 dig. Yeah, I think mermaids, I don't know. They have towns coming in. They can take the economy to compete on network. Maybe I'm not seeing something, but yeah. So depending on what engineers do with their priests, there is a world where priest to fire makes sense. That's really nice. Yeah, we want to see more of that. That was so good. Yeah. Thank you, Bad Luck Brian. I mean, right now we have 4 call points and 0 network. And we're passing for the same as everyone, other than Nerdcube's not passing for any points. He has Arrow 1, so he'll pass for 4. We'll have some network, though, ultimately. I could be totally, completely wrong. I just think that even if I do upgrade ship, which probably means a ship town. Like, I don't have the coins to get out 2 more trading posts, one of which is expensive, and upgrade ship and build a dwelling. That's 15 coins. I mean, I don't need that many more coins, but I just think even if I do that, it'll involve another coin town or something, a power town, maybe a ship town. I don't know what's best. Yeah. But a lower VP town in order to have the resources to build a dwelling on A6 and connect. And I think mermaids are just going to beat me on network. I could be totally out to lunch here, though. What are mermaids up to? I mean, maybe you guys are right, because when we looked at this before, I thought they had town spaces. I thought they were going to dig this for a town, and dig this for a town. I mean, yeah, you're right. They don't really. Surely they can get 2 towns. They trading post fire 2. trading post, hard dig, landscape. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 9 workers, which they kind of have with their, and then that's a lot of coins. I don't know, maybe mermaids don't. Yeah. Maybe you guys are right. Yeah, it's true. I have been a little lazy about studying mermaids game too closely, which happens when I stream. I'm yammering on too much. But the more I look at it, like, yeah, trading post, fire 2, hard dig for their landscape, and another trading post. They can do that with their worker, if they convert their powers to workers, and then they have priests left over, or if like 3 of their priests become workers, and they can use this for coins, which is probably the better route. They probably should take that. Because the other problem is like, they're really short on resources if they want to found 2 towns, and also connect. Because in order to connect, they need to upgrade shipping ones still. So that's another 4 coins. So they need like 16 coins. And a priest. Yeah, I'm convinced. I think mermaids are going to find a way to just eco these 2 towns and connect. And then they're going to have a bunch of dwellings if they can't spam out anywhere. Fair enough. Kind of want to send a priest to fire. I'm not much of a culty Darklings player. But that's got to be better than 2 points, right? Or our engineer's going to freak out at me and do some fire 3 nonsense, and I have CH's endgame completely wrong, and he's going to jam up a bunch of priests. I'm not looking to slow them down. I don't want to neutralize a ton of points between us. But I would happily convert a 2-point priest into 4 points here. Yeah, totally. And I mean, I haven't gotten the leech yet, but let's say I didn't get any leech. It's the other half of the coin that I already have. All right, see, this is my problem. It's like, this is kind of gambling, right? Because this could be nothing. I could end up with 0 points, and then engineers and mermaids just do a bunch of bad stuff, right? Like, this could just be points neutralization here, which is part of the reason I'm sort of a lazy cult player. But, all right, anyhow, we're going to do this. Does anyone have water too or anything? Yeah, I mean, engineer is water too. I don't know. Whatever. It's probably fine. I mean, the other thing is engineers are probably focused on earth and air as much as anything. So hopefully any extra cult resources are them. I mean, they already have 3 cults if they can lock this up. So if I'm engineers, maybe I'm just focused on that. Although the cult towns are gone, and so is air 3, so I don't really see how anyone's going to get past them on air, other than jamming a bunch of priests. Yeah, CH is a solid player for sure. So, yeah. CH is the kind of player that I think for the most part, I would expect him to not necessarily do silly points neutralization moves unless he actually thought that was his best way of converting resources into points. But if I'm in CH's shoes right now, I'm counting up my pennies right now, figuring out exactly what towns I need to take. Sorry. That was my mom just letting me know she just won a Terra game. So we can review that on stream after this. No, absolutely not. She would kill me. My mom is a fierce Nomads player. She's learning the game, but she really fancies Nomads and pretty much only opens with a stronghold. That's basically it. So that's pretty much her go-to, is like build a stronghold and just obliterate stuff. Which, you know, it's fair strat. Okay, apparently she's also watching the stream. All right. What else is happening here? What is Eric up to? He needs to upgrade shipping or dig E5. Right? And one of his structures is never going to be part of his network, A5. Look at this, landscapes interacting with landscapes. CH just built his landscape and NerdCube's deciding if he wants a coin or leech. Sorry, just catching up to chat here. Chickens, you asked a question about Mermaid's landscape. Can mermaids put their landscape below C5, C6? This question may have already been answered based on where you put it. Oh, C5, C6. Does it need to be between two structures? It doesn't need to be between two structures. Mermaids could put it here between A8 and B6. It has to touch one of their structures, right? Like anywhere. It just makes the hex in the water as though it were effectively like on the land. That's the only rule about it. The key thing about Mermaid's landscape, and there was some confusion about this because there was a bug for a while, and I have played most Terra Mystica on BGA. I played tabletop like 30 games. So I assume this is just the rule, is that you could build the landscape and sort of connect a town 2 waterways away using the town key and the landscape. You used to be able to do that, but you can't. So you can still, yeah, someone else can do a better job of explaining that. Someone has once said the best way to think of Mermaid's landscape is it basically just needs to go where the town key is in the water. So I need to make some decisions here of what I'm doing. I need just to do some math. I have this little turn calculator, which I assume most of you are familiar with, open in another tab. So I need 1 trading post, I need a dwelling, and I need a ship upgrade, and I need 2 digs. And my trading post is an expensive trading post, so I need to add 3 coins to all of this. So that means I need 3 workers, which I have. I need 9 coins. Oh, plus 3, so I need 12 coins, and currently I have 11. And 3 priests, so I literally need 2 coins. Which in most games, I would normally be looking at like, what's the cheapest way to get 2 coins? What's really annoying is that like I can't even like take another priest and send it to a cult. But there isn't a lot of town keep pressure right now. Engineers have already built all their towns. Mermaids have one more coming. And Eric's all done founding towns. So I don't need to found a town now. I had been just intuitively building these trading posts out just so I could get temple in whatever town I want. If I took a coin town, then I would just have a bunch of extra coins with no workers to back them up. I think what I do is yeah, this is annoying. Because right now, unless anyone gives me some leech, my town is looking like a 9-point town where that priest becomes a coin. That might be my best bet. I think I'm just going to secure this. If I had some more leech, there could be something to be said for, like, if I could get enough leech, or I mean, it's not going to happen, but like for a worker action, then taking a coin town would almost make sense because I could get out, well, I can only really get out one more dwelling. But now that I'm in this network fight, these faction boards look so crazy right now. Yeah, I guess I just need to do this. It's pretty gross. I guess I'm just taking... If I take a ship town, I'm literally losing 5 points. And what does that give me? Then I could get out another dwelling, which is 2 points. So I'd be down 3 points to increase my network by 1. Because my priest would become a worker, and then I'd be left with 1 resource left. So I could get down to 4 structures on my board. I'm already beating mermaids. Are engineers doing more? And presumably engineers will hard dig something if they have to. Yeah. And I'm never catching up to nomads. So I think I just take a priest town here. Back to the fire cult thing, I wasn't factoring in that, of course, CH was going to take fire too. Yeah. At this point, leech isn't really helpful because by using a priest as a coin, I'm throwing away 2 points. But in order to get, well, if I was given a 2 for 1, I would take it because I would lose a point in the leech in order to not have to use my priest as a coin, and then I would dig something which would be worth a coin. So a 2 for 1 would net me +1 here. But a 3 for 2 isn't worth it, or it's a wash. Unless a priest can get me more than that on the cult, which it can't. So I think what I'm getting at is I think we've come to more or less the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I think we just priests are coins, right? And the really annoying thing is that, like, normally there's a spot on a cult where you can at least get a coin from a priest. But I'm a half a coin short. Like, I can't even tie Eric on water. I would need another half coin. Okay. So I have maybe 2 points on fire. This whole earth-air pressure I was hoping to distract engineers probably isn't happening. Nomads are out of things to do unless, well, unless Eric wants to buy a priest. And chase engineers up air. Only to have engineers follow by putting it on air. He probably won't for that reason. Yeah, nomads have a disconnected structure for sure, A5. Yeah, that was like his 3rd placement. So he comes in 2nd on network. And I think I come in 3rd? Unless CH has enough stuff here to... No. Like, CH just needs to get another dwelling down somewhere to tie me on network. And he has 8 power and 4 workers. Like, he totally has enough stuff. He can probably get out 2 dwellings if he wants to. He might want a trading post and a dwelling. I don't know what makes most sense for him. Oh, but, okay. Eric was able to just build another dwelling there. All right, well, I'm all done. I guess that's it. So I probably have 0 points on fire at the end of this, or maybe 1. Does engineers want that extra priest as a worker? Oh, he has water 2. And then he sends his other priest. So I probably get 0 from fire. 2 from earth. For 150. And then 3 from network, maybe? Nerdcube has 18 cult points. And he passes for 4. That's 22. And he ties network. So it's 37. Is he getting 179 points here? Yeah, I think, Ranier, thanks for checking in. They've kept me in line. We decided to go the non-fire 2 route and just ball out on a stronghold. That was fun. I think Eric's like 172 here. Which is really annoying. $172 seems not bad. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, yeah, you did say that, Rainier. It's true. What I will say, in my defense, is I wasn't duped by NerdCube. Thanks to chat, mainly. I would have been duped. So I can't really take much credit. But is that I wasn't the one who got stuck with engineers here. Because normally that's what happens when I play with NerdCube. He and I fight over a faction that's probably the best faction. He bids me down to like negative points, and then jumps into the 30 faction. I'm sure if we bid on nomads, what do you mean bid? Taking them for 30? Maybe. NerdCube's not infallible though, right? Like he's beatable. So I mean, I appreciate the respect that's given to him. He's certainly a top tier player, probably one of the best in the world. You've heard rumor that NerdCube bleeds. Yeah, it's possible. So that was a game. Why was this so high scoring? It didn't feel. I guess the track was well. The track was really good, and all the pass points tiles were in. Okay, state the obvious, Aaron. Pass tiles. Yeah, yeah. Right. Everyone got Earth 1 and Water 1 except for engineers, who still beat CH here. Well, I guess engineers had a lot of call points. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. The whole track setup and pass tiles were like, all the points pass tiles were in, but also like the important economic pass tiles were in, because we still had 6 coins. We had the spade. Temp ship is really helpful for people. There were a ton of mid-game coins. So yeah. Oh, look at me getting a shield. Great, I can lose that later. 175 points. Wow. Yeah, let's break this down a little bit, because where did NerdCube get all his points? Well, first of all, let's look at the power actions. Okay, so we did get 2 7-coin actions. I took a single worker action, which makes sense. And then that's it. The rest of my power, did I just not get that much leech, or did I do a lot of... how do I check coins through just like cycling power down? Coins collected by conversion, 7. Okay. So I guess I just didn't get that much power this game, right? I didn't really. Was this a low leech game? I wasn't paying attention, despite actually playing the whole thing for 2.5 hours. I didn't notice. I think it was not great. Well, I lost 12 VP. which is actually more than, wow, CH lost a lot of VP. Power gained through structures. All right, so I only got 22. Whoa, 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 whoa. This looks not very fair. So I got 22 power through structures for 12 VP, and Nerdcube got 42 for 9? What? Where did that all happen? Gosh, I gotta pay better attention. Where was he getting such cheap leech? That's kind of a crazy ratio, isn't it? Or am I just being dramatic here? Power gain through structures. Why can I not find anything? Power gain through structures. So 42 power for 9 VP. That's a really good ratio, right? I know I've asked this on stream before. I feel like I need to dig into games. I always compare these stats to other players in the game, but I don't tend to know like what's considered a sort of rule of thumb, if you will, pardon the expression, of like what's a good ratio. I feel like 22 for 12 is bad. I feel like 30 for 13 feels decent. Like high 20s is okay, 30s is goodish, or something like that, but I don't really know. It's true. He didn't sandblast, and we do have a sandblast emote. Be honest, were you able to get that that's what that was before I explained it? Is that an emote that actually requires an explanation, or are you able to pick that up? What else did we get? Where did our points come from? So everyone hit the track pretty decently. We actually tied with engineers for hitting the track for 30, which is decent. I actually didn't do crazy on favorite house. I guess what I didn't get Air 1 this game. I didn't get Air 1. So 37 points though through Earth 1 and Water 1's pretty decent. Got decent points through bonus tiles. We started off with the big building pass tile. We passed on to the dwelling bonus for 3. I forget what else we had then. I think we had the spade and the dig round. And then back over to the TP for like 2. And then we hit the big building for 8 and on to TPs for 8. Yeah, so that was really good. We took pretty decent towns. We had 1 coin town in there, which we used for connection, which was probably worth it. And then the other towns were, I guess, just priest towns, which is really solid. 2 points for cult scoring, so that's kind of gross. And then 24 points from digging, so we did 12 digs with priests. Right. So anyhow, interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the takeaways are from this game. I'm trying to learn more about this. Yeah, any questions from anyone in chat or sort of final comments or things you saw that I could have done better? To be honest, this was one of those games that was like, I mean, it was pretty high scoring for me, but I mean, in comparison to the ceiling, it was like still 20 points worse than the top player. So in a sense, it wasn't that great of a game. Other than it kind of felt like I was getting low leech. The pass tiles, I felt like I never really got screwed out of pass tiles. I kind of got the pass tiles I wanted, or decent enough ones were available for me. And nothing terrible happened. Like Eric didn't have a strong holdout and disrupt our 3rd town, or it just sort of felt like an average game where I wasn't doing anything particularly phenomenal, but at the same time nothing disastrous happened. But takeaway, Nerdcube is pretty good at this game. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he's all right. All right, well, I think that's it for me. I think your game was pretty great, went exactly as planned. Yeah, I think we had a few squabbles in chat about that connection thing towards the end, but appreciate the suggestion there. I think it definitely was worthwhile giving that a shot. Yeah, you're welcome, Deranged. Thanks for tuning in. It was really great to have everyone on stream. I appreciate you guys coming on and participating and stuff like that. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing an open table all-player commentary stream this Friday. And then the following week, I'm going to be doing one on a Saturday, sort of late afternoon Eastern time. probably like around 2 or 3 p.m., something like that, just so I can, there's a couple of players in Europe that I want to include on stream, and also just for viewers that are in Europe as well, having them on Friday nights means they would have to be up really, really late to participate or watch. So, but this week it's going to be on Friday evening, and then stay tuned for details. Probably the following week might be a Saturday afternoon thing, although I'll have to figure that out. There's the international clash going on at the same time, so I just need to make sure that it's not going to be at the same time. Yeah, basically. So anyhow, that's all for now. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you guys on the next stream. Bye for now.